Welcome, everyone. My name is Angeline Constantino, the founder, CEO, and podcaster of Let's Break the Silence with Angeline. So in today's new podcast episode, one of my favorite subjects that I am going to be talking about is self-love and how you can pour into yourself and what you should know about pouring into yourself before giving love to others. Self-love is the best love. So if you are watching this live right now on my YouTube channel, please hashtag live in the comments. And please go ahead and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Let's Break the Silence with Angeline. And I am super excited to talk about this subject that is actually a favorite subject of mine. So let me ask you this. Are you struggling to fill up your tank? Are you struggling to fill yourself up with self-love? Let me know in the comments below. And after this live is over, I would love your constructive feedback. Okay. So I was listening to a live podcast this morning, and this lady, she's an influencer. She was talking about filling your tank up. And I know that this is something that women struggle with, especially if they are going through domestic violence, trauma, narcissistic abuse. So this is a subject that I wanted to bring to light because guess what? One of the things that I had to learn was to pour into myself first, because guess what? You cannot pour from an empty cup. So today I'm going to share 3 ways that I poured into myself so I could love on myself, so I could love others, because this is so important. This is important in the healing process, because like I said, there are a lot of women who struggle with this. And I was struggling with a lot of things. I mean, I was conditioned to believe that I had to take care of others before taking care of me. And you know what? That's not it, because God created us to live a healthier life. And the only way that you can live a healthier lifestyle is to pour into yourself first. So self-care is not selfish. So one of the things that I had to learn was to get comfortable in the silence, focusing on gratitude, focusing on making a gratitude list, things that I am grateful for. So think of things that bring you health, peace, and love. Okay? It could be anything. Feeling grateful to be alive when you wake up in the morning and you take that breath. Feeling grateful for God waking you up early, because guess what? You were born to make an impact in someone's life, whether it's your spouse or your family. Grateful for having a roof over your head. Grateful for new beginnings. Grateful for the beautiful sunrise. And there's not a day that goes by. This is something that gives me peace. When I go out for a walk around this beautiful apartment complex, and I just focus on the trees, I focus on the palm trees, I focus on the waterfall, things that bring me peace, okay? Because guess what? This is something that I had to work on. So in the morning when I wake up, the first thing I do is, I wash my face, pour cold water into my face, and then I sit on my couch behind me and I focus on things that I am grateful for. I turn to God. I focus on God, and then myself, filling up my tank, having my first cup of coffee in the morning, and filling up my body with nutrients, and just giving myself grace. And I will, listen there are, plenty of YouTube videos that you could watch on gratitude meditation. I focus on doing a 15-minute morning meditation to get myself in the right headspace, in a positive mindset. So, and also when your list is complete, when your gratitude list is complete, say thank you for the people who are in your life. Say thank you. Thank you, God, for grace. Thank you for everything that you have done for me. Because this is going to be really, this is for me very, very important in the healing process. So, number one, get comfortable in the silence. And number two, give myself permission to fill my tank. So, what do I mean by giving myself permission to fill my tank? So, one of the things that I do in the morning is I create a ritual for myself, and I will focus on, filling my tank, having my cup of coffee, and focusing on, let's say, taking a longer shower, giving yourself grace in the morning to have yourself, to fill up your mind and body with nutrients, and also focusing on just loving on you, filling up your tank. Filling up your tank to me is creating that space for you. So if you have a bathtub, take a long bath, take a longer bath. Go for a beautiful walk in the morning. And the best time to go for a walk is early in the morning, because you could get yourself centered and grounded. Eating a healthy breakfast. Eating a healthy breakfast. I love breakfast. And for me, that's my ritual in the morning. And the third thing is maintain healthy boundaries. So what do I mean by maintaining healthy boundaries? So the first thing that I do is, in the past, I had trouble saying no to certain people. So an aha moment for me is when I say no to something, that means I'm saying yes to something else. So, for example, this morning, this nice lady invited me to go shopping with her in the morning, but I realized at 10 a.m. that was not a good time for me, because I was preparing for a Zoom call that was really important at noon. So I knew in my mind, like I was, I was just telling myself, although I don't like to say no, sometimes you just have to say no, and that's maintaining a healthy boundary. So I called her, and she completely understood. She said, no problem. I didn't realize that you were working, but it was the offer that counts. Okay. So I said yes to something else, and I was talking to a woman with whom I connected with at a nonprofit organization. So so that was that was a great meeting, a great Zoom meeting. I am offering, my coaching services for women who are going through domestic violence right now. And this is, something that I've had to learn to say no to certain things. I mean, there's not a day that goes by that I will receive a message in my Facebook Messenger asking me to do something. But you know what? I say no. And that no leads to something, to a yes. Okay. So sometimes you have to set healthy boundaries. Meaning, another example, not opening up your phone first thing in the morning to scroll on social media. Okay. Or answering messages, because there's not a day that goes by. Like I said, I will receive a message at 1:00 in the morning. But while I'm not aware of it at the time, I don't answer messages after 8:30 p.m. because I'm giving myself that grace and that space, because I need to refuel. I need to, recharge, so I am ready for the next day, because, for the type of work that I do, I have to keep myself in that right headspace. So there is power in saying no. And that means you are saying yes because you're saying yes to get more rest. And saying something no is something that I had to work on for myself. And also creating that stillness, acknowledging gratitude in the morning. I was talking about that first thing in the morning. I had to learn to get comfortable in the silence and focus on gratitude. So what I did was I bought this book online. So it's called the Shadow Work Journal. And this is something that I have worked on, the shadow work, meaning this is one of the coaching services that I offer is shadow work. So in the Shadow Work Journal, gratitude, look at this. See this? This is gratitude. So I sat down and I wrote down 14 things that I am grateful for. So let me just read a couple of them, okay? Grateful to be alive, grateful to God for my blessings, grateful to God for grace, grateful to God for my cup of coffee. That's pouring into myself. Grateful for the roof over my head because I live in a one-bedroom apartment, so I am grateful for the roof over my head. I am grateful for a great landlord. I am grateful for the natural beauty that surrounds me. I am grateful for putting food on my plate. I am grateful for drinking clean water. Okay. Grateful for the furniture in my home. Grateful for a good night's sleep. Those are some examples. So when you focus on gratitude and you start journaling gratitude every single day, that is going to bring you a sense of peace and tranquility. And I know that that happens for me. What I don't do in the morning is go on my phone and start scrolling for messages. Because guess what? You may read something that is negative. I don't watch the news. I don't have a TV in my apartment anymore. I haven't had a TV for years. And that brings me peace. And if people don't understand that, that's okay. They don't have to understand. You have to do what's right for yourself. Okay? So I hope you got value from this live today. Please leave a comment below, okay? Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Let's Break the Silence with Angeline. And if you want to continue to receive resources that will equip and empower you on your healing journey, stay in the know with news and promotions. So go to my website, Let's Break the Silence with Angeline, and please book a breakthrough call with me, because if you are struggling with self-love, if you are struggling to reclaim your life back, please go to my website, letsbreakthesilence.com, and book a call with me today. Okay? So this podcast episode live is over. Let me know in the comments. I would love your constructive feedback. I wish you all an amazing day. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my podcast on Spotify for podcasters. So I'm on Spotify, Google, Apple, and all the live streams that you listen to. I bring weekly podcast episodes of healing techniques and self-love, and I also bring real life stories of women who have gone through domestic violence and have already stepped into their power, but they share their real life stories because guess what? Your story matters. Your voice must be heard. So on that note, I'm going to wish you an amazing day. Stay blessed, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye now.